Okay, for this problem, the first thing we're going to do is get that annual percentage interest rate and divide it by 12. So this is our monthly interest rate, which is, less than 1%. So it's actually 0.425%, right? That you pay on what you owe each month. So that's the monthly interest rate. So that's our R. Now for our T, we take our 15 years, and there's 12 months in a year, so 15, oops, where's my times here? 15 times 12, and that's 180 payments over the 15 years. So we're paying back the home over 15 years. The monthly payment is 1,200. So we got to get our formulas here. So from your formula sheet, you can see that the monthly it's the amount borrowed, or the amount you can borrow, is the monthly payment times this, right? So we take our 1,200, and don't forget we need you might want to do 2 parentheses on the top, or not, like 1 plus R. If that's R, 1 plus R is just 1.00425. It works out nicely. And then it needs to be put to the power of T. So little hat symbol for the exponent. Or you can, if you're using Desmos, you can use this button here, A to the power of B. Anyway, T is 180, and then we need to subtract 1, like that. Okay, so that's the top, and then the bottom, and I can just hit divide. Let's see, I can hit divide, and now it does it automatically on I'm using Desmos here, right? Desmos.com. So divide that by R, which is 0.00425, and then times 1.00425 to the power of T, 180, right? So we get 150,751. So now it says round to the nearest $10. And I'm being really mean on the rounding in these review quizzes, because, and you'll get no points at all if you don't round properly, because you will need to round on the final. Like if you miss a rounding on the final, you'll just lose maybe a little bit, right? But I just want everyone to just figure out the rounding now before you take the test, right? So round to the nearest $10. What would that look like? So this is our number to the nearest 10. Would be 150,750, right? So $150,750 is the maximum you can borrow if your income is $1,200 given these conditions, right? And I'll just go over this formula again. There's different ways of doing it. You could do the top and figure out what the top is, and then just figure out that number, and then you could do the bottom separately, and you should get this number. And then if you want, you can just carefully take this number and divide it by this number, and you should get the same thing, 150,750, right? Or the other way you could have done this was done the dividing by 12 all at once. So instead of 1.00425, we can do 1 plus, so we could do 1 plus 0.051 over 12, right? So you can do that, but you must put parentheses around all of this, and therefore you will have two sets of parentheses on the top, one to enclose the 1 plus the rate, the 1 plus R, part, right? 1 plus r, see that? And the other parentheses to enclose all of this, which, because all of this needs to be multiplied by the monthly payment, the 1200, right? So just watch out if you're doing that. And on the bottom, same thing, you would have this thing instead of that, right? So it would look like that. But again, that would give you the same answer, 150,750 when you round it to the nearest 10, right? So there's a number of ways of doing it there. Yep.